What is up, guys? Control here, and I just want to say sorry for yesterday's video. I kind of ended it in the middle of a game by mistake. Yeah, I'm not the best user of Sony Vegas or the best at editing in general, and when I do longer videos, I sometimes mess up. So with that, I'll make sure to look on the future so it doesn't happen again. Anyways, today's video is going to be on Swain TF. This is kind of a deck that, well, we actually threw together yesterday. I didn't really know exactly what version I wanted to play, so I decided I'd just make one from the ground up. I tried to play this before, basically with the list that Dog won Twitch Rivals with, and I actually did really poorly with that. That was like one of the decks that I had the least amount of success with on ladder, I think ever. I think we went like 0-8 or something with it. It was not a good look. Anyways, the one that we threw together today actually worked out quite well, and we actually did really well. We went 8-2 with it, so not a bad deck at all, and one that I was honestly surprised that it did so well after doing so poorly with a different version previously. So a couple things that we wanted to do were we wanted to have the Yoinkies package in the deck, so the merchants, the pilfered goods, and the grifters here, to kind of just make it so we get to play with our opponent's cards and have a little bit of fun with that. That was kind of one of the key core ideas, I guess, that we wanted to have going into it, and we kind of accomplished that. Another thing we wanted to do is play with Monkey Idol and have him be good. Definitely a card that I'm a big fan of, and one that's it's actually surprising me more and more. It's actually pretty good. So this is a card that popped off pretty hard and does in fact level Swain quite quickly, because you do the 2 damage to yourself and then you get the 1 damage to the enemy nexus with the Powder Monkey. So it is going to be scaling by 3 around, and in total 9 out of the 12 for Swain, just with 1 Monkey Idol, which is pretty good. Definitely not bad. Other cards we decided to use were just like pretty core early game baggage with the Dreadway deckhands you're basically always going to play. 2 House Spiders just to help against all the mid-range decks we're queuing into, and help fight for board against aggro. Make Your Rain's pretty self-explanatory with the kegs, just a very good card. Go back to the 1-0 Flock. This is just one of the things I wanted to try out, and I threw in there because it's not a bad card, especially when you do have cards like House Spider to just chump block things and make Your Rain to damage units. So it's just decent. Not super core though, definitely flexible. In a similar fashion to something like Might, which is a card that I wanted to try out because last time I was playing Swain with Yasuo, a lot of you guys were suggesting it actually. And, I decided I'd give it a go. I don't even think I got it off with Swain one time, because I usually just set it up so Swain would Nexus Strike, but I did have 2 games where I actually had lethal with the Might being used, so that was pretty cool. Definitely a fan of it, and, it's definitely worthwhile to run as a one-of in, a similar kind of idea to Dragon's Rage. Definitely a good card. Just because it kind of throws your opponent off, and it's not something that they would expect. And it's not that bad. It's a lot more useful than Dragon's Rage throughout the game, I believe, just for trading as well if you need to use it. However, it is pretty expensive. Dust Hand is good. Just skills Swain. This is a card that I actually thought would be kind of bad, but ended up being pretty good with the kegs. And also, post-level up with Swain, you do the Nexus damage, so you get stun off, which is pretty sweet. Definitely a decent card, and good for early removal. Fervor, I ran this as a 2-of, just like a nice way to kind of, make it so your opponent's target effects stop working and you can clear up one of the units. Definitely a good card and one that I'm happy to run. Just a decent to solid card. Guillotine, very similar to the Flock. It's just a 1-of. It's a card that, a couple of you guys wanted me to play, so I decided to give it a spin. And, it was okay. It wasn't great. Definitely not one of the best cards in the deck, but, it's playable. Double Petty Officer, I felt like 3 was too many, but I wanted more keg generation and maybe even just more unit generation in a similar sense to like House Spider, where I would just have cards that could block units. So I found Petty Officer to be, a good role player for that. TF, self-explanatory. It's not a TF level up deck. It's just a TF deck where you play Twisted Fate and you have a ton of utility with this guy with just blues, reds, and golds. Red with a keg basically just insta levels up Swain, so that's a thing. Pretty sweet. And red post level up will also give you the stun because you do Nexus Strike with the Swain. So very good with Swain and decent synergy. Grifter, talked about him a little bit, but you just get the Warning Shot, which is really good in this list with the Swain, Rex, and all the other Plunder effects. And also the Yoinking effect is really good as well. Not too much to say about that other than beating your opponents with their own cards feels really good. So that's pretty sweet. Definitely a good card. And you get to the end of the deck, we have Swain. Definitely the kind of way you win a lot of time with this list is just by jamming Swain, having him level and stunning everything, going face, and popping off with that. Pretty good. 1 Riptide Rex, I didn't really want to run 2 because I was just wanting to try out a bunch of other stuff. Definitely still a decent card and one that did work in this list relatively well. Pretty solid. You could run him as a 2-of if you want. Probably wouldn't do a 3-of because you have 3 Leviathans already. But, not a bad card. And triple Leviathan, I have nothing to say. I love this card. Probably one of my favorite cards in the entire game right now, up there with Teemo and Swain for sure. But, you know, I see Leviathan and I just get happy, man. It's sweet. Anyways, this is a good Swain deck. Definitely another one that I could recommend playing right now. Again, we went 8-2. We didn't play too many games, but it's fun. Definitely great. You get to steal your opponent's cards, have fun with that. And, well, you get to play Swain, so not too much more to say than that. Enjoy the list, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Have a great day. Hit that sub button. We are very close to 30,000 subscribers, so if you could do that, I'd really appreciate it. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. And if you guys want to see me play any decks, I say this every video, but leave a comment with you know, a link to the deck that you want to see me play. I do read and usually respond to almost every comment, so if there's anything you'd like to see me play, definitely leave a comment. I'm always looking for lists to play, like this, for example. I went on stream yesterday. I finished playing Sedge and Gangplank, actually, and you know, I had like 3 hours left for streaming, and I was like, huh, what do I really want to do? I'm not too sure. And I asked chat for suggestions. Like 10 people sent me codes, checked them all out, and one of them was like a different Swain TF list, and I was like, maybe that's a good idea. We could revisit that. And then that's what we did. So I didn't play his deck, but I played a you know, a version that I made of Swain TF, basically. So hit me with some deck ideas. I'm definitely open to you know, playing decks that you guys suggest and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Yeah, Transfusion, if you wanted to run Crimson Disciple, would be really good. Okay, this guy's playing the exact same list we actually just were. Got off of the Sedge GP, and now we're on the... I meant to mulligan one of the house spiders. Sorry, I didn't mean to keep 2. That's why my face went like that. Yeah, I wanted to keep a house spider, a grifter, and a monkey idol.
I'll shoot the wings off a built wasp.
That's kind of cool. So it makes it so you plunder with everything, basically, which is good. Playing Death Sand here isn't going to do anything, so I think we pass on that. Probably just a spider still. I don't think there's really you know, too much of a reason to push too hard to do anything else. Okay. Yoinkies. I'm not the biggest fan of the double monkey idol either, but it's still fine. It's not bad. So I feel like I would still play monkey idol over the merchant here as well. So I think we open attack before we play stuff, then go for the idol here, and that's about it. We get the grifter back for turn 4 as well. Just means that we're like a little bit further away from drawing some of our breaded cards at TF and Swain. Parlay, sure. So this guy currently is doing a phenomenal job at just making so he kind of gets his plunders off. What if he yoinks one of my black market merchants? That would be kind of nuts, actually. I don't think I would be too happy about that. It actually could be a matchup where we could maybe level up the TF sometimes. It's not always going to be like that likely because Sejuani can just mean that he's going to just make it so the TF is going to be vulnerable and pull it. And also he, you know, he could have the hired gun. I want to say it's hired gun. 2 mana 2/3 that gives units vulnerable. So if I play TF red card here, I clear 2 and I can block everything. So you might actually not get plunder. It's just kind of a big deal, I find. So I think it's actually a relatively good red card. And it's also just a ton of scaling for Swain too. Obviously a little bit better once you have a Keg in play, but I mean, it's still just decent here. Okay. Double merchant is nice. So I could just attack with everything basically. And then we probably just play double merchant here. Yoink some stuff, and then we have Grifter for next round and yoink some more stuff. So that's going to be the game plan, I think, here. So one card he's fine blocking with, everything else he's probably not too happy with, being the merchant, I guess. Is what I mean by everything else. That's sure. So I mean, TF dying here is not really that big of a deal. Obviously not the best for us, but it's also not the end of the world or anything. He does get the plunder too. And I'm DDoSed. Or not. Okay. And, okay, I guess we're back. Sure. He stole my pill for goods. That is not good. I mean, that's a thing. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, that's kind of juicy. Just a teeny bit, you know? The triple black market merchant is decent.
Dead men tell my tale.
Sure. I mean, I could stun if we want. It's kind of just good. Is the red card ever better? Probably not, right? Blocking the plunder should be pretty decent here. I guess the problem is like if he just like tries to clear a black market merchant, not that that's even really that relevant. Could also this grifter and death sands. He would do the overwhelm damage to scale though. So this play is kind of like basically just saying, oh, I almost clicked the right card. This play is just saying that I really don't want his gangplank to connect, so he actually does not get the plunder effect through. Is what I'm hoping to have happen, just to kind of delay the level ups that he's been working so hard to get. Sure. So he got it anyways. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. So I mean, if I play this, I don't get the keg. But then, I mean, open attack next round isn't really even that good though, is the thing. He's at 10. If I put him at 8, I can death sand and sometimes just win with the grifter as well. So maybe it is just House Spider than open attack. It seems kind of bad, but in a sense of like winning fast, it should actually be pretty good because we are just so wide. Because I mean, we're just too off lethal now, right? I can like literally stack the Dust Hand and make it rain, and I mean, it should just be about Jeej. Like maybe play like a removal spell or something now, but we'll see. This feels good at least. Definitely was not the way that I thought I'd be winning with the TF Swain list. But hey, you know, every game is different, and sometimes you just yoink their black market merchant and get to play for some fun lines. Okay, so he's at 4 now instead of being dead, which kind of sucks. If I play, I have 9 mana, right? So I can play Dust Hand, make it rain, and then he goes to 2, and then I don't have enough mana to Dreadwave plus Grifter to have lethal, but it should still be the play here just because then I keep the merchant in play. And then next round I can just play the, I guess, Dreadwave deckhand and then just instantly warning shot before you can clear off the keg, and then we should win. Sure, so you still have 4. So I'm gonna say we're okay with that. Obviously, we're not gonna have like instant lethal, but I mean it's okay. It might actually mean that we go for like the monkey idol here instead. I'm probably a little bit happy with that. I can't play the deckhand because I mean our board's gonna be full, and we don't get the ephemeral powder monkey here. Oh, well that's kind of good. Maybe it would have been a little bit better if we had a warning shot right now, but I mean, if he attacks, we just let this die, and then Rex kind of just like rips him a new one. So not too much to really complain about there, I think. That's just sort of a good outcome for us. Okay, well that's not a win. So we should be safe to pass. He gets his 3 damage next round. Actually, I would still want to play this, right? Over the pass, I think.
Yeah, you don't want to cross me.
Okay. Because then we'll just have the Rex. Sure. I mean, I have nothing to Yoink cards, so like these aren't even really that valuable anymore. Not really a reason to not do that. So we're still up a unit, so we can open attack next round, and we should just get there. he had like a Sagin player or something, it'd be a different story. But since he doesn't, I mean, we're not too worried about that. All of our units have to attack. We can just force him to make a rain out or make him
You'll go no farther.
Say your farewell.
have like some form of like a single target removal spell that'll clear this, I guess. Otherwise, we should be good. I mean, it's not that you need Fervor to level Swain, it's that Fervor is just a decent removal card. But yeah, you could be right that that could even just be removed from this list for sure. So this doesn't die because it doesn't hit. We can make it rain and maybe we hit that. He's kind of dead now. Just sort of dead. But yeah, you're not wrong with the Rex, you would just be dead anyways. It's not super relevant what we're going to do here. So I mean, it's just kind of saving you guys from the ear animation that you get. Not ear animation, sorry, but the amount of noise that you get with Riptide Rex. Because I'm not going to lie, I love the card, but he's just a little bit frustrating to play because of how loud he is. That's aggro, I think. Okay, so we're against like the wide board aggro. I believe that is Callisto at least right now. Forever is really good at removal. This is kind of just like an okay hand. So it's not insane to have 2/2s overlapping, but you know, Deckhand and Dustin now is really good as well. So we just have some okay removal options now. Into like those more key champions, I'd say. What that would mean on this round that I would want to play like the host better than over Deckhand. 4 mana next rounds. So if I play Deckhand right now, it kind of alludes to me wanting to play Death's End next rounds, which still isn't really even that great, but I mean it's still fine because I mean you can still fervor the 2/2 here with this. So I mean it's not really like running into an issue with the line that we're taking here. It's better to climb Masters, Swain's Edge, or Endure midrange. And they're both good decks. I think a lot of time it doesn't really matter what you play, it matters how you play it. That's, you know, my hot take of the day. I shouldn't even really be looking at these cards, but I'm just eyeing them non-stop, man, because the value you get from them is just so insane. The problem is that it's not really gonna do too much for us here. So, I mean, Fervor is gonna save us a lot of trouble here, I think, so... Because he has 1 mana, he'd have to run like Blade's Edge or something to kill the 1/1 here, so... I think just going Fervor, clearing the Elise is definitely the play. Into the Demolitionist here. Doesn't feel that great because... I mean, obviously, I don't really have good blocks here anyways, but... It's okay. I like that, that's fine. Just save health. Should be okay. This is really good here. Is it like just that easy though, that I would just do this? I feel like yes. Even though like I do have the keg, right? It just feels like because I have Death's End, it's fine to just jam this. Sure, Fervor's fine. I could deny the 3 damage if I want to Death's End. I feel like I'd rather hold it, just take the 3. Could definitely be wrong, but to me it feels like that's probably going to be right. Just because off of this, like a lot of time I will get a playable card as well. I still want to play the Merchant over setting up the keg, I think.
Where are you?
Hope he takes a jump block, so he's at the Death's Hand without the keg now. I don't remember if I actually answered your question other than by saying it doesn't really matter what you play to climb. I think if I was going to try to climb ladder, I would probably look to play Endure Spiders over Swain's Edge wanting to climb. Endure Spiders just feels like it's really strong right now to me. Feast, sure. It's fine.
We must all make sacrifices.
No real problems with that, I think.
Yeah, you don't want to cross me.
I don't really want to Decimate. There's a lot of cards that I think are good, but Decimate might not be at the very top of that list for, I guess, this exact matchup. I can steal a lot of cards here. It's just whether or not that's actually going to be good for us. Transfusion, okay. Honestly, it's not bad. Just because they're all discounted, it makes them quite playable, I find. It also means we gotta go really wide, which is super nice too, and I mean, the fact that we got 1-drops is pretty cool, because now they're just 0 mana. Decimate, sure. I can't play Dust Hand here. I wonder if it's ever just worth it to develop the deckhand though. Maybe like this. And then attack with these three. So we still have mana to develop the deckhands. Maybe it's even like just having so just blockers basically. So I mean he's just wanting me to attack with this basically so the Elise lives. In that case I think we do just play the Dreadway deckhands. I guess attack with a 2-1, see if he does anything else, and then go Dreadway deckhand, that's about it. Goes through.
I've whipped up something special.
So this damage has to be burned now. It has to be like more fervors or decimates. That's kind of juicy for us actually. Maybe you're even able to burn him out of the game at this point. It's kind of weird, but it is in fact possible now. So Dust End on the Elise now definitely makes sense because we have an action, he doesn't get the extra spider here. So I think this is definitely the play. See what he does dance with that. Glimpse maybe. Fervor, sure. Definitely punish. Not much more to say than that. Definitely punish, yeah. It's quite unlikely that he's going to be able to have another decimate though, so he should be okay. Except for he plays Elise. I only have 2 units with 2 attack, but I have transfusion, so in that sense we're okay still. So play the aristocrat. He'll challenge both the 3 attack units, so hopefully Elise goes in is the logic here. He doesn't, wow. That's guy I was gonna say that has to be wrong. Okay. Something like that's a play. So I have 7 damage. I have 9 damage, sorry. So play Decimate now, he goes to 10. Can Might for lethal. I guess if I play House Spider, it's kind of the same thing, right? Kind of just the same thing, so it should be fine to play this over the Decimate. Sorry, I can't count because I had the extra attack that round that it usually wouldn't have. So we still... I guess technically 1 off here. If he plays Decimate, I'm dead. So did I just fuck up then? Because I would have 1 extra damage now. I mean, if it's only the Decimate that I lose to, it's not really that big of a deal. You know, if I'm not going to have lethal just attacking, it's probably actually the play to play Grifter, because I could steal like a Vile Feast to heal here. I mean, if he has exactly a Decimate off the top, that actually is so relevant, man. It usually won't matter, but if that's the exact outcome here, then I mean, my misplay maybe got slightly rewarded by some critical thinking there. It's really nice when those exact things happen that you need to have happen, but I mean, for that to line up where like he exactly drew a Decimate with 1 left in the deck, and I drew a Vile Feast after he already played one. It wouldn't really line up that often, but you know, it's those like kind of small things that'll win you a couple extra games if you're playing like thousands of thousands. Such a math. Petty FS is not that great in this matchup just because enough kills it. And they run like hired guns and stuff. I like the spider though. Did I mulligan double Leviathan into a Leviathan here? And double Fervor? This has to be... I don't want to say the worst because I think we've had at least 1 mulligan that's been shittier today, but this has got to be one of the worst mulligans we've had all day.
The winter's claw strikes.
Scheme is Legends of Runeterra. It's a CCG based on League of Legends. Yes, you're right. Like calling instead of Fervor? I mean, you could. I feel like Fervor is still a really good card, though. And I don't think that it really mattered for that game, because, I mean, you just didn't draw it anyways. But, yeah, calling would be better here than Fervor, for sure, other than, I mean, the fact that Swain is scaled, but in a deck like this, realistically, Swain's going to be scaled most of the time anyways, so it's not, like, that big of a deal. Or even, like, a talking point, I guess. Would I rather play Grifter or Monkey Idol here? I feel like maybe the Idol. I think that I just like getting it out more. It feels good. Higher gun, nice. So I mean that just means that his attacks are basically just going to be really good here. Maybe it's better to actually. I think I should have held that back for the Fervor. Sorry, I was gonna say that it doesn't matter if I do it now or later, but it actually kind of did. Definitely a misplay on my part.
There's blood in the water.
That's kind of frustrating. I have Fervor that I could play, but it's not very good. I guess if I play like the deckhand, I can Fervor the Hunter away, which is kind of good. Hey, Swain, welcome, man. Like the username, dude. Definitely like the username. So I can protect this if I go Fervor here on the monkey and then kill the scale or the hunter. Sorry, I think that's probably just the move. Do that. It's definitely a level up Swain. I can't play Pilfer Goods if we want. I could technically do it next round. I'm just like kind of curious if you know, I'd rather see the draw or not first. Put all the Omen Hawk buff units. That's one of them. I feel like he still hasn't played one of them, so I could maybe steal one of the Omen Hawk buff units if I do this. It's unlikely though, because I mean it's been 4 rounds since he played it, but it's possible that he's gotten dispels. Okay, honestly, Make It Rain's not bad for us, especially with the Petty Officer Keg. It's pretty good into this board state actually, so definitely something I'm not like really upset about getting here. Does anyone know what a card that says Scout on it is? Or the Mechanic Scout? I'm trying to learn and I don't really understand. So if you could teach me, that'd be really nice. Just lack all the critical information. I did just realize, yeah. I feel like when I stream, I can usually play relatively well for like, you know, like 4 hours or so. And we're approaching the 4-hour mark, so I think it's not that crazy that the brain lag starts and the bad plays follow. I do think that I like the Officer here plus Make It Rain just because it's so good if we hit the Island Navigator with the Trader. And I mean, we have like 3 really good targets, and even if we hit the 1-1 or 2-1 with the Make It Rain, it's still pretty good for us. So I think yeah, that's fine. It's not the best, but we'll take it. So come haul at me. Hey, thank you, I appreciate that. It's kind of weird how that works, man. Runeterra is definitely a game that is a little bit more difficult to play and mentally taxing, I find. So I think that's it's okay if you start like not playing as well as you normally would. That is pretty bad though. It's got to be the Grifta. It's really nice that we picked up the Rexa for next round. Obviously, it means that we're not playing Leviathan to get Swain if we choose to do that, but it is still relatively decent. It's better to play. I mean, if we get Swain into combat, it's really good. The problem with that, though, is that when we play him would be like round 9, and he would just be able to open attack, and then we wouldn't have Swain developed, and we'd only have a Leviathan, which is kind of really bad. Yeah, okay, so it's always Rex now. It's not even anything to talk about. This board's kind of just crazy. Yep, sort of insane. Problem with that is it's going to be able to redevelop and all that kind of jazz, so I'm not like super happy about it, but you know, that's the way it goes. Yeah, redevelop's not going to be that nice. And it's not even like we full clear every single time either.
The big guns, huh?
Hit MF one time. Was it 2? the Maker Rain's still good, so that's nice. And we can see what else he plays here as well.
Where they breed.
Okay. So, I mean, we just really want to hit these two. That's about the gist of this. Okay, so he still has 3-1. That's unfortunate. So, do I attack or would I not attack here? If I attack, I let a scout card go off, so I actually don't attack, I don't think. I don't think we're gonna die. We should be able to actually get the Swain off this game. Jesus. I mean, I really would want to play Death's Hand here, but I just don't have the choice, I think, unfortunately. So we're 3 now. That's kind of bad, but it's not like over, so it's okay. I think. I don't think he has cards that are just gonna straight up do enough damage to kill me here, so I think we should be okay. Like, I have second battleship. If I open attack, the battleship will do at least 3 to put him at 6. And then I jam another battleship and we should win. Because he's so vulnerable, I don't think there's really a reason to not block with them. So it'd be like a Sedge plus Calling Strike to remove the Leviathan so it wouldn't have lethal. I'd have like Death's Hand follow-up damage though. So Death's Hand right now is 3 damage if I do it, so it's probably worthwhile actually. So then even if he removes one Leviathan, he can't remove the second one. And then the battleship's Shiga Bear. Okay, nice, nice. Well, it's been a minute since I've won with a Leviathan. Kind of feels good. I love my battleships, man. Okay. They who endure again. So we have Merchant, double Death's Hands. Make it rain feels good. It means that the Black Market Merchant's online relatively early as well. I could maybe keep it Death's Hands. It's a little bit of a weird one. I think it's an okay card, but I don't have like anything that's gonna really make it come online super fast, because I don't have any kegs. One of the things I could be doing wrong is trying to keep these Yoinkies cards. They're decent, but I don't know if they're really gonna super, or if they're gonna shine super consistently in a matchup like this. Hasu. I think I'm just passing back and forth right now until he does some stuff. Plays like another unit that's good to use Make It Rain on next round. I will just do that then, like open Make It Rain, then play the Merchant. But as of right now, I mean, I'm not really too interested in doing anything. And I mean, from his perspective, this deck's early game, you do really need to be playing things. You need to be scaling your cards to make like the They Who Endure a little bit bigger later on. Whereas for me, like I'm kind of fine just going back and forth here. Is that really like a good pass from at all? Okay, well we're playing the game now, I guess. So I could Make It Rain and play the Merchants and stuff and steal those cards. That kind of sounds good to me. Do have 3 Twisted Fates as well, so I mean the Make It Rain kind of puts that in range of a TF. Kind of gold card. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very confused as to why he was so happy with the passing back and forth, because I mean I don't think it's actually that good for him to do that. Glimpse is pretty good. It's a lot of card draw from us and potentially a way to get the Twisted Fate leveled as well. Thirsty AF, you know it, man. You know it. You gotta stay hydrated. Double Glimpse, okay.
There's nothing to fear.
Yes. Death's Head is good during combat phase. Not too much more to say about it. You can just like jam that and we're fine. Do that and probably just jam a Merchant here. Should be okay. Kill the 1/1. Nothing too crazy. I feel like Vile Feast, the Merchant, I don't really care too much. Maybe we just like grab a Glimpse and take some cards from the deck. Sure. I could play like another one of these if we want to deny that. Denying 2 is probably worthwhile here. We know he's not gonna have another glimpse because I mean I just have both of them in my hands, so this is just gonna work now. it's kind of funny saying that because I mean it's usually not gonna be the case, but in you know, this exact scenario, we're kind of just doing what we want. I should probably deny the 1/1 and glimpse here. So use I guess it doesn't really matter. Can we play a 2-drop? Is there any 2-drop that I'd like to play here actually? Pilfered goods. Sure. What a long stack, man. Actually nuts. Sickly drive by deckhands. I think I'd rather just hold spell mana though. I don't have, I have a couple spells, I don't have like a ton though, but I would I think I'd rather pass here and just see what he does most of the time. Okay. That's fine. Pull for good. So I can play the deckhand now. It's looking like a deckhand TF pull for good type of turn, I think.
Nothing left when I'm done.
Got you with the Oggle, my friend. Keeper's kind of awkward now. Because now it gets a 4/4 and a 3/2. If we go for the TF play. If we pass, this open attack is pretty strong now too. So actually set himself up for a pretty good situation here. Where like I really don't have that much it's going to be that great to do here. I still feel like the TF red card's fine. It's not really like that great, but it's also not really that bad. I have a chump blocker for the 4/4. Elise would go in. I do get to steal some of his stuff still as well. He does have 5 mana. The problem is like I would have the passer, and if I pass her, then his round is or his turn is going to be pretty straightforward. Because he can do the same. What? Is that just so he gets a 3/2? Really? I mean, okay. I can't, like, I don't really want a fervor here, right? Like, it's not really that good, so. I mean, sure. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of confused here. But okay. Yo, IGN unknown. He's a tier 1, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, support means a lot, man. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great day. Okay, well, I guess we gotta play with Bark Beast now. Well, we found cards that can block at least. Let's get Withering Wailed! I love it. The Withering Wail, a dream. I'm ready for it, guys. Oh, I kinda wanna do that now. Do we just want a red card now, though? Remove the challenge cards from him. I'm not gonna play Battleship, though. Still a dab, you're right. I gotcha. You get a dab where I yelled to, because I missed it for so long. I actually don't know what I like here, to be honest. I want to play Leviathan, but I feel like it's kind of greedy. Maybe I just pretend to rope out here, see what he does. It's one of those 5-head bait turns where you like pretend that you just shit the bed and can't do anything. But in reality, you're not shitting the bed, you're baiting him. I don't really know how much we're baiting though, because I mean he's gonna want to just like challenge my 2/2s, I guess, to the back. Or even the 1/1s, I'm not too sure how to attack here. Definitely wants to kill the black market merchant now. Might even be like we're at the point in the game where it's not even really that relevant if that card's up or not.
I know what lurks in the shadows.
Okay, well the bait didn't work, unfortunately. With 5 mana left, he should be able to kill the Leviathan though, so I think that I actually should commit to that and then just like say that my next round's gonna be good, where I play the Twisted Fate and the Swain together. Should be a pretty pretty backbreaking turn for him to have to deal with, actually. So I like it. Okay.
They grow up so fast.
So this type of a line kind of leads me to believe that he really wants to juice up like a Vehu Endure at this play. That would kind of be my takeaway from this. I could glimpse this if I want to keep both of these alive, but I don't really think that's that relevant. Something like this seems good. Oh yeah, I can glimpse for sure. I just don't think I really want to. He's gonna have like another atrocity or two, so I'd rather maybe like glimpse that and you know, frustrate him with that later. So we're gonna play our Swain, which you know, is quite leveled here, I'd say. Yeah, that looks like a leveled Swain. Is on a leash, sure. So the good TF red card, he cannot use the 4/4 right now, but I have no mana to do anything else with. Is there like really anything super easy that I could do here that would... I guess I don't really have to play around the Vehu Endure. Maybe I'm just like roping and being an asshole for no reason. So I guess if he plays like a Vehu Endure or anything, I mean, I'm still basically just winning, right? So, I don't know. I think in situations like that, it's fine to take your time, because I mean, there are a lot of things that you do have to play around in late game situations in Runeterra, but from the opponent's perspective, it really feels like it's just like you're wasting your time or something. So, Such TF, definitely a deck that's probably based around some Yoinking as well. Do I want to keep the deckhand, I guess is the question. I probably want to keep the TF. Deckhand is just a decent card. Swain is a thought. I don't think I really want him though, but I guess we're getting him. Power up beta alanine, alpha GPC, and a proprietary energy complex. Boom. Oh no, he's gonna play the 2/2. Oh no. Speaks for itself, guys. It really does. Is that just a Death Sand, I guess? Probably. I don't really want to get like that to get more out of hand, I guess, so... It's likely just a Death Sand into us not having spell mana for a little bit. Just because I feel like the Yoinking will continue to go on otherwise. Easiest monkey idol of my life. Hey, we well, made it a little bit less stupid, I guess. Not by a super large margin, but you know, it's less dumb than it normally would be. Blue card, sure. The gold card, I won't hit the TF. It'll hit the Grifter. Let's say okay. Probably is kind of good for him. So what I could do here is, I guess deckhand plus Make It Rain, but I mean, he has the opportunity to kind of answer that with his own Make It Rain, which could hit the keg. It's not guaranteed because it will have 5 units, but it's probably still the play. I mean, just a chance to clear the TF is good, and it makes his attack phase less strong. Otherwise, it would be like TF red card. Doesn't really feel that good. I could also just like deckhand now, I guess, and then pass and maybe just open with the TF next rounds. That could also be a play. Double look. Okay. So we see his Make It Rain now. Hope it hits. Does not hit. What a tragedy. It's a 2/1 though, so I mean my monkey idol's not getting crazy value anymore. But Swain's leveled, so that's good. Problem with the Swain though is he's not that great because I mean he just gets blocked by the Grifter now. So like, yeah, cool, we have a Swain, but I mean Swain's not doing that much. Let's hit the Yoinkies button, I think. I guess I don't have to attack with this, right? It's just gonna get blocked. Whereas like this won't, it'll just have the effect go off and it'll play the Merchant plus goods. It would technically be better to have TF up when I'm doing this kind of stuff though, because I mean he could potentially level this game. The problem is I don't have another way to activate the Plunder for next round, right? So it's probably better to just get his cards now and go from there. Salvage for 3, okay. Sure. Well, we're playing the Seal Your Opponent's Shit Olympics, I guess. Is that a 2-mana one? No, this is. Okay. If only I could play that, dude. If only. That would be so nice here. On the Make It Rain. Sure. Okay. Monkey Needle's good, man. It's definitely a good card. No doubt. So, TF red card. I'll hit a lot of stuff, but not fully clear anything. And I can't play the Wolf Rider if I do that, so it's probably not the move. It's got 4 mana. The series is kind of a cool pick, actually. And I sort of what I exactly want to do here. So I could Swain, Flock, and Make It Rain. Those are all things we could do. It's just, is that even really that good? The Flock still hits the only unit with 1 health. Swain's just good at blocking. That could be a good enough reason to play him here, honestly. We sometimes get an attack off with him. Also, if Make It Rain hits face, I mean, we get the stun right now too, which is really good.
Blessed by snow and stars.
And the stun is strong. Yikes.
This would be a good winter.
Well, I mean, my guillotine's a one of. Yikes, dude, that is not a good look. That is definitely not a good look. Let me Make It Rain now. Or later. Maybe even like Flock now. This is attack phase, so you probably will attack, so I guess I can do it then. Pass maybe. Am I gonna be baited by Guillotine here? Maybe we're gonna keep him healthy and just like trade the. I guess it is just like this then. Honestly. Feels like he has to be trolling or something. Like, I'm playing around, like, the one of, Noxian and Guillotine from my deck to clear my Swain here with that, by the way. That's, like, kind of a pretty specific line, but sure. Okay, well, the Guillotine's not really gonna work. I could YOLO Make It Rain here if we want to have that happen, but I mean... Targets 3 targets, there's 5 targets. If it hits, it's really good. If it doesn't, it's bad, obviously, but... If we're committed to playing on Guillotine... I am a god. Actually the best player in the world. I don't get a Swain shuffle in my deck though, so that's not really the best. But we do get a board clear. I guess, sorry, he's splashed with Freljord. He could actually still block the Swain with the Sejuani card, Fury of the North. I'm gonna be kind of mad if he has that, to be honest, but you know what? Sometimes, shit happens. Sometimes that happens, and your Swain does not get blocked because he does not have Fury of the North. That's also something that sometimes happens. And then sometimes we're pretty happy as our leveled up Swain hit. So, the stack resolve top down like magic? Yeah, left to right. I'm not sure if that is what the answer you're really looking for, but that would be how it would resolve usually. I feel like it's Wolf Rider plus TF, but I could be wrong. Monkey Idol's maybe really good too. I don't really need mana here, right? So Monkey Rider, in theory, should be better than Wolf Rider. It also just, like, does damage to him, right? Okay. Well, that should be a bottom right. I could have, like, slow rolled this more to wait till next turn, because I don't think he's going to open, but... That's not going to feel that good for him, I'll tell you that much. That's actually so tragic, he doesn't even hit the TF with that either. That, it's definitely not a good feeling there for him. The reason why I said that could be wrong is because now I don't have a way to stun, like, Sedge who could attack my Swain. So plays like Sedge, you can attack the Swain. Sure. I mean, obviously I don't have the Plunder online yet. He's just gonna attack with that. So I'm gonna have another monkey next round, so I'm still gonna have the Rex online. Could also draw here and look for like an answer, but I mean it's really limited, right? In the list what we can get with the amount of mana that we're trying to have. We're not gonna play Rex anyways this round, so I guess drawing is correct actually, sorry, my bad. Losing the mic kinda sucks. Okay. Well, I guess he just gives up, which is fair. We did draw a battleship, which would give us another Swain. So we did still have another one on the list. Dude, the past like hour or two, all we've been playing against is literally just like they who endure. It feels like, at least. I could be wrong, but to me it seems like that's what we've been playing against for like the past hour or two nonstop. Yikes. You don't want to toss like your third most expensive card in the deck and draw your most expensive card in the deck. Does not feel good. I was going to talk about maybe even keeping the Swain because he's actually not terrible. I mean, he blocks like Callista and stuff before she levels, but she's not really insane either. What happened to GP? I played 4 Ash Sejuani matchups in a row, and then I just asked chat for decks, and then I wanted some inspiration to kind of figure out what I wanted to play. And I realized that I actually have not played Swain TF. Ever. We did for like one day for a little bit, but that one day did not last for too long. We kind of like took a break off of that really quickly, and started jamming some other stuff. I think we can play House Spider here. We're not really going to block with it anyways, though, but we can just play it to attack with, I guess, to open. Because, I mean, I want to play Monkey Idol next round, I think. Just the Make It Rain plus Merchant here is not going to be a good look because of the Keeper. Get the Swain anyways, cool.
See the Devastian border from here.
I think the Monkey Idol is definitely still going to be better than the Merchant here. Especially with the Swain draw, it's too nice for scaling him. So you get the self-damage that scales him, and then the ephemeral tick. Well, I mean, I didn't just make, well, I didn't just realize that asking chat was a mistake, because I did kind of take the list from chat. But, you know, Yoinking chat decks is not always the best idea. I will agree with that. It's fine a lot of time now. So, I mean, that's a guillotine, right? Just written on it. It's just what else are we doing, really? Because I can't kill all of these and have the Swain connect next round. So, I mean, we should not play for that, I think. So it's whether we just want to like jump block here, then double guillotine next rounds, or if we're trying to do something different here. Because we could make it rain and guillotine once. We still wouldn't have the abomination cleared though. The classic rope out. Dude, I'm not even. It is fine a lot of time, dude. A lot of decks that I have played are actually just like based on suggestions from you guys. Not even messing around. I have quite a few times just like queued up chat decks. Let's jam the Merchant now. Caretaker's engaging. Definitely not playing it now, but it is definitely something that could be played. I feel like Spell Mana is what we want to keep right now over dealing with the 7/6 right now. So if I start with Guillotine, he's just not going to play anything, right? Which is kind of fine. Could go Caretaker, challenge stuff, and actually have a decent chunk of damage here if we want. If we start Guillotine, he has a pretty easy glimpse. That's probably okay though. I think the Guillotine starts fine, just because we have the Caretaker to play as well. Sure. So I actually don't get another copy now. It's unfortunate, but the way that it goes, ain't nothing to it. Gangster Rob made me do it. I got bars in now. We do have Swain and Might in hand too. Something important now. Can do that kind of stuff. Can also might kill an Everglade Collector here because fuck that card. That's actually, I mean, I might just do it just because it's so strong. Honestly. I could also go for like TF Make It Rain, save the Might as well next rounds. Might be like a little bit of a better line, I think, to clear it. Which I'm just gonna push here. So if I kill the Monkey Idol here, I'm gonna have quite a bit on board, right? I'll have 12 on board, and then I'm left with like not really that much. So I still don't have my Swain scaled either, but it's probably just this. Like if we're still gonna play for the Might, that's ever gonna win here realistically. So do the Might with Swain stuff. Yeah, that's about it. I think if we're still gonna look at the Make It Rain, we should probably do that. But I mean, he heals for 1. I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but make it rain first, so then the Swain gets +1 more scaling. Again, like, we're going to be playing, you know, enough cards that are going to do enough damage to make it so he's leveled, but he's not leveled yet, so we should still be thinking about that, I think. Some attacks up. So it's got a 2-1 Neverglade. We can play TF for the, I guess either the red card or gold card. Probably will be red to clear that, and that should be the look next round into whatever he's going to be developing. And then we have spell mana to play Swain plus Might. Except for he can Atrocity. But we never really worry about that because it's not a thing that matters. Yeah. Feast, sure. I do believe it's just the red card here. Is that ever the Swain let him heal a little bit, and then next round, like, I do the red card stun a big thing that he has, and then win then. I save 2 spell mana, will be on 7 mana. So it'll be a 9. 7, 9, so I can play all 3 of these next round. Maybe Swain's just better here then. Because we do get the level up when the monkey dies, right? So then we'll get the stun, and everything should be good. I think that the minion should only summon 1 sapling. It's kind of nuts. Caretaker is definitely good. I wouldn't really say it's like so good that it needs a nerf or anything now. But I would say that it is a relatively good card that can be frustrating to play against for sure. No doubt about that. Okay. So he's trying to heal a little bit, which is fine. It's kind of weird that we have first action now. So Swain can attack right away and do 7. That's cool. I think we're going to reach a little bit higher though. So deck ends. I couldn't go TF and Grifter there, so yeah, this should be the right play still. Why is he trying to 5-head me here? I mean, so I guess the play now is not TF, it's Grifter now, because he's not going to be able to play 2 big cards that'll block Swain. Swain will still have the attack go off, and then we can still play Might even if it doesn't in some crazy world.
Yeah, you don't want to cross me.
Okay, it's unfortunate we didn't get the plunder off. So if we play something with 3 more attack to block the Swain now, we can just stun it with the warning shot with the attack, and also be back row when that happens. So nothing to really worry about on that note. Yeah, Swain just claps here. It's just really all that I want to do is set it up so Swain has the highest odds of clapping, basically. Which isn't always super easy. Right? I mean, we're kind of dancing back and forth here to try and find, kind of a scenario where the Swain really will pop off and kind of help us win. Might and the warning shot might be enough, though. Vengeance, so I can't really do anything about that now. It's kind of just unfortunate. The Neverglade just lives for eternities. I don't really want to Might, so we just say okay. And obviously he's going to heal up a little bit here, so that's not very good for us. So pass. Even if that gold cord, Dehu Endure, the card's still going to be alive. And if he plays it first, I guess he can attack with it right away. No. So this round we're actually okay. But it's next round that we're not okay. Because we don't really get to beat it with just stunning it, basically. It's not going to do enough in the context of clearing it to win. So he's baiting my TF red card here really hard. It should be Swain. TF is like 100% a bait here, every single time. Is this round he can Atrocity plus stun it? I guess though, like if he just has Atrocity, I'm not really gonna win anyways, so it's not really that relevant to talk about, but we just don't beat like the Dehu Endure at this point with all the cards played, right? It's unfortunate. The Caretaker, I mean, definitely is a really good way to scale that. And one of the cards that definitely makes the card insane.
Indecision is the first of many weaknesses.
I think like the Collector is really good in that deck too. That's one of the cards that just makes everything kind of work. I mean, to be fair, the Collector would be a lot worse if you didn't have cards like Bladed Caretaker. So that's this whole phase. So the Atrocity's not going to kill me now, whereas if I did do the red card stuff, it probably would. So, kind of cool. Not too much to say there. So here we want to tee up red card next round to clear the board and stun the Vehuender. If I just do this and might, I mean, I kind of win sometimes. I don't really give him another action here. But he's always going to have Atrocity though, so it doesn't really... I'm not going to kill that with just 7 hits, right? It's never going to happen. I don't need to play that yet. Should be Guild Netherglade. I don't think Shot for the Stun and Open Attack is good, because you can still Atrocity, right? So, I mean, it's like... It's fine. We do the red card, we remove everything, so we can probably attack and win this round. If he plays, like, another one, then... I can go ahead and just, and, like, play the Warning Shot then. And I think we'll be a little bit happier in that case. So he heals for a bit, does a little bit more damage to us here. If he doesn't play a unit here, okay, he does play a unit. That should just be a dub then. So we should steal a card from his deck. Glimpse isn't a very good one. Just so we have one extra unit in. You can't play anything stronger than that, so just waiting for the Warning Shot isn't really going to matter. And then Warning Shot attack with everything. Might the Swain, boom. Now we would might whatever the sentry is gonna block. So do that. We technically don't have lethal, but might is actually gonna give it to us here. Because as of right now, I mean, we're missing just a couple damage, right? But the might tech actually kind of saves the day and gives us like that last few that we need to win. Unfortunately, it's not on Swain activate his ability, but it's a really good example of how that can be pretty good actually, as a one-off card, and how, you know, just running stuff like that that seems kind of like a meme can actually be relatively good even at like higher ranks like this. Just kind of knowing when to use it, I guess, is important.